Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse, and in today's segment I'm going to do a review for you guys of some food storage that I got, and it's from Lindon Farms. This is the fruit bucket that I got here. I've had a lot of questions from people like which foods do I recommend, and I recently made a pretty big purchase, and I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to spend the money, then other people should get the benefit of my experience. So what I'll do here is just kind of show you guys what's included and my thoughts. I'll put a link in the description box below to this particular product, so if you like what you see, then you can decide if that's going to be a good purchase for you. So the link will be in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll review the product. Okay guys, so what we have here essentially is this big bucket, and the big bucket here has 300 servings. There's also a smaller size, I think has like 150 servings. I just chose to go with the big one because I thought, okay, I'm gonna probably go through it. So I bought a lot of these, and full disclosure here, I paid for all of this. This company did not send me one bit of it. All of this came from my personal budget for prepping. So what you have here included in the 300 servings, you got the peaches, okay? Well, first, let's read it here. We got mangoes, not peaches, sorry, that's a different one. Mangoes, red seedless grapes, cherries, blackberries, pineapple, and bananas, okay? So they each come in these little Mylar bags, all right, right here, and they have the nutrition label here, so you can see the calories, etc., but also it has down here your vitamin allotment as well, so what percentage of vitamin C, A, etc. So here you go. On the bag, on each of the bags, it has an open date, okay? So every time that you open it, you can mark there, and that way you know when, you need to use it by, because it'll give you down here in the little bottom, used by X number of months after the product has been opened. I did like the bucket because it clearly shows you, like, if you're into food storage, it's nice to have pictures, like, to easily see what you got here. The bucket's a sturdy bucket. It has an open top like this, and you can put all your stuff in there. So there's a whole bunch of different servings here. There's 300 of them, and essentially of each of the fruits you get 2 big old packs of the Mylar packs. So I got an example here. I got a few of the different foods, and what I'll do is just kind of show you them dry, and then I'll show you their recommended way to reconstitute them. And I found that the taste is actually really good with these. And the bananas are my favorite, the bananas and the mangoes. So I'll just go ahead and show you here what you're supposed to do and what it looks like when you rehydrate your food. Okay, here guys, this is an example of the dehydrated bananas, and I'm going to show you essentially how you reconstitute them. So we'll take the bananas, we'll put them in that little ramekin, pour a little water over them, and see what happens. Okay, so I put the bananas in. We're supposed to cover them with water and let them sit for a few minutes. So we will use time-lapse photography to see the end result. Okay, the bananas have been sitting here for about 3 minutes at this point. One is missing because I had to sneak a snack, so sorry about that, but it was very tasty. I'm also, at this point, I also decided to soak the other ones that I have here. I've got basically all of these bad boys busted out here, and I'm soaking them as we speak per the instructions on the package. Now here's the interesting thing. Ooh, looky there. In each of the bags, you get a pretty good amount here. Okay, now this is I think this is the pineapple, yeah. Pineapple's down there, then there's the blackberries, and then these are the mangoes. My favorite so far have been the freeze-dried the freeze-dried mangoes, and then also the bananas, but I'll show you guys the finished product here just as soon as they're done soaking. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and taste these bad boys here. The water has been sitting around each of these fruits for approximately 5 minutes at this point, and I've got here the cherries, the grapes, blackberries, what's left of the pineapple. I snuck some in between segments. The bananas, and then the mangoes. So we'll try the cherries first. The texture, first off, that I'm noticing is really good, considering. Taste is great. It's really good. It's like canned cherry filling, for those of you who've ever made pies. It's good. Let's try the grapes. Grapes are a little crunchy at this point. I think in order to really do a good job at reconstituting these bad boys, you probably need some sort of like a covered dish to like swirl them around in, just to make sure the water covers all the whole surface area of the dehydrated fruit. The texture is kind of like space food, like the dehydrated. Well, that's what it is essentially. It's freeze-dried food. Here's a soft one. Maybe that'll taste a little bit different. The grapes are okay. They're not my favorite, but they're still a good variety. Let's try the blackberry here. Ooh, that's fun. They're soft. Those are good. The texture is a little bit off. Duh. But the flavor is really, really good on those. Let's try the pineapple now. Let's see how it goes. And they're so clutch. Ooh, that's good. The pineapple is really good. The flavor's good. The texture seems to be the thing with these, but I think a lot of that can be mitigated if you actually put it in like a Tupperware and swirled it around. Oh, that banana's so good. Okay, banana's really good. I really like them anyway just to eat as a snack. But the bananas reconstitute really well. Let's try the mangoes. They're pretty good. I think they could be a little bit sweeter, but you kind of have to take what you can get. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. People would ask, why in the world would you spend however much money it is? Like, that was not cheap, guys. I want to say, I can't remember how much I paid, but it wasn't cheap, all right? People would say, why in the world would you pay that much money for fruit when you could buy beans and rice, etc.? Here's the thing, guys. There's a critical mistake that people make whenever they store food for long-term stuff. They store calories and not nutrition. I'm here to tell you, you can store calories all day long. Calories will give you energy, but they may or may not give you nutrition. And nutrition is critically important if you want to be able to stave off disease. The diseases of malnutrition. And also, guys, especially during the winter months, you have got to make sure that you're taking care of your vitamin C. All right. This is a great way to do that. Okay. So this is one of the reasons actually why I stored the dehydrated fruits. I'll tell you something else too. Unless you're living on an orchard or in a berry picking patch, berries, fruit harvesting is very, very difficult. It's very labor and time intensive, and you tend to lose a lot to things like rabbits, birds, you know, things like that. If you've ever tried to propagate fruit, it's not an easy task. And when you're looking at things like pineapple and mango, these are tropical fruits, okay? And unless you're living in Florida or like Puerto Rico, or I know a lot of my viewers do live in some of these places, in Costa Rica. But for those of us in the mainland United States, if stuff goes down, we're not going to be able to get these foods. And let me tell you, like, my comfort food, like the endorphins go off whenever I have the bananas. So for me, if I'm looking at foods to store, like after you've gotten your calories covered, having stored the fruits here is not only it's a comfort thing, but it's a nutritional thing, okay? And the fruits are not easy things to cultivate. Vegetables, maybe so, maybe no, depending on where you're at, all right? But I know for a fact that there's no way that I could do a better job at harvesting these bad boys than buying them. Like, I know that for a fact. So that's why I ended up doing it. Overall here, I'm very pleased with my purchase, considering the fact that I busted into a fairly expensive bucket here for you guys. I feel like I've done my patriotic duty for today, but I am very pleased with it. I think it's been a good value. I'll put a link again in the description box below as to where you can get these. I had somebody post on my Facebook page and they said we were debating as to whether or not to get them because we weren't sure. Boy, that was redneck-tastic. We weren't sure whether or not we should get them based on the taste, right? Because I thought, oh, that's a lot of money. Well, I'm pleased. I'll put it that way. It was a lot of money. I purchased 10, I think, of these. It was a lot. It was quite a lot. But the long and short of it is, guys, I am very pleased with the purchase, and I think that it was worth the money I spent. So you be the decider. Links in the description box below if you are interested, but I hope it was helpful for you guys today. If you did enjoy the video today, please subscribe to me, Patriot Nurse, and also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Check it out, guys. The schedule for 2016 classes is up at the website, thepatriotnurse.com. We teach classes all over the country on how to take care of your family and their medical needs in long-term disasters and even the short-term and everyday stuff as well. Hope it was helpful for y'all, and for now, it's Patriot Nurse signing off, and I will see you guys later. Bye.